Hello, hello. I think that looks pretty good. Sometimes the white balance is weird on this thing. Uh, got a little chat window open here. I don't know if anyone is actually watching live. I don't know how to monitor that. I'm actually going to adjust this camera a little bit too. Very professional here. Very professional. I got Alicia here with me. Yeah, the white balance is all weird. Hi everybody. How you doing?
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Boxing Day, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy New Year.
All those days. All those days. 2 years ago, I made a time capsule zine where I wrote a bunch of stories and then mailed it to people. And I said that you couldn't open it until Christmas the next year. And everyone seemed to really like that. I think Lee's here and Patrick's here. A couple of people are here. I have my phone too. If anyone is watching live and wants to send me a text, don't call me. I won't answer, but I will look at the text. Anyway, people seem to like that. So then the next year of 2021, I thought I'm going to do it again, but I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. So last year, not only did I write a couple things, but I invited other people to write some things. I put together a zine that I released in December of 2021. And then I sealed it up in an envelope and I mailed it out to people. And it's Proof I Exist 37. And I told everybody, do not open until December 25th, 2022. And that's today. I got to be honest. I completely forgot that I even wrote this scene until about a month ago. And someone was like, oh, man, it's December. Like, I finally get to open your zine. I was like, what zine? And then I started like remembering like, oh, yeah. And then I kind of forgot again. And then just in the last like couple days, a couple people were like, oh man, 2 more days till I can read that zine. And I'm like, oh shit, I got to like find my copy. And I thought I lost my copy, but I had to dig and dig and dig, but I found my copy. But for most people, the zine has been sitting around. There's one person that I know opened it immediately and he told me about it and he reviewed it, but he didn't say what was in the zine. But he said enough that I could tell, like, dude, you weren't supposed to read that yet, but he already read it. I think I printed about, I was trying to remember how many I printed. I think I definitely at least 100, I think 150. And since there were contributors, I believe I mailed each contributor like 5 copies that they could give to their friends. And I kept one for myself. And I think I put like 5 or 10 copies up for sale on Etsy, if I remember correctly. I've talked to 3 different contributors today that all said they lost their copies. People that I don't remember what I wrote, and I couldn't remember what anyone wrote, except I remember Gina. For some reason, I remember Gina from Oakland. I know that she wrote something, and I remember almost word for word what she wrote. I don't know why I remember. I don't even remember what I wrote. And then my buddy Ed on the East Coast Ed was like, yeah, I think I wrote something for it. I lost my copy because I sent him like 3 copies and gave them all away.
And he also moved too, though.
And he moved, yeah. And then Jenna Friedman, who is also on the East Coast, does East Coast Librarian, Lower East Side Librarian. She was texting me today like, can I get a copy of that? I'm like, oh, yeah, I mailed it out a year ago. And she's like, I contributed. I'm like, I definitely mailed you a copy then, but I think she also went through a move. So long story short, I printed like 150 of these. I would imagine there's 50 left in existence that, otherwise they've been lost or stolen or thrown in the trash. I've decided next week I'll reprint it and put it up like 10 copies for sale. And anyone that's watching this, if you want a copy, let me know and I'll get you a copy. So I'm as curious as everyone about what might be in this zine. Chop says he's watching. Ed Tillman says he is not watching. Lee says she's watching. Hello. All right, so I'm gonna open it. So it was kind of a fun project just to begin with of printing on envelopes because I put these through my little printer and they printed out pretty well, a little bit smudged, but then I just addressed them and mailed them out as is. So I know a few people have already, opened them and read them today. I have not. I'm opening it right now. And when I was looking for this, I found my master copy, which I would use to make more copies. And I resisted the temptation to look at my master copy to see what was on it because I want to be surprised also. I like to be surprised too.
I really like the envelope. though.
It was great.
It's pretty cool.
This is just, I think this is just out of Crap Hound. I think that's just an image out of one of the old Crap Hounds. All right, Proof I Exist number 37. I wrote right on the cover, do not open until December 25th.
It's got a cool picture on the back.
It's got a cool. All right, so cool picture on the back. So actually, see, I forgot about this too. Hold on a second. So Heather Anderkatz, who lives in Kansas City and does different zines, she does a zine about mushrooms. She drew this for me, and I really thought it was cool. Obviously, the pandemic is still going on, but you know, it's not as bad now as it was a year ago. But a year ago, we were definitely masked up. So she drew this cool illustration, and I was like, that's great. Can I make a sticker of that? So for the last year, I've been giving away these stickers and sticking them up in places. There's a few stuck up in Vancouver. There's a few stuck up in Houston. So yeah, I forgot that that's where I got this image from. Heather drew this. If you want a sticker, let me know. I'll send you a sticker.
I really like that.
It says right here on the back, only 150 printed ever. This is number 61. I've already said I'm going to break that rule because I'm going to probably print 10 or 15 more. But the original printing apparently was 150. So December 2021, Billy McCall, Proof I Exist 37. I'm not going to read the whole zine, but I am going to go through and just talk about it. And then you can read it yourself at home. What's everybody saying? Mark is online. Lee says hers is still sealed and she's opening it right now. Nice.
Good job, Lee.
So Lee,
Lee didn't have to wait.
She cheated because I forgot to give her copy until I was cleaning and looking for my copy, and I found her copy. So I only gave her like yesterday. Was it yesterday I gave her copy? So she only had to wait one day to read her zine, but that's good.
Patrick had number 77.
Nice. Who had number one? Who got number one? I don't know if I did that randomly, if I planned who got what numbers. I don't remember. Oh, even this was taped.
Yeah.
It's like, is that what she said?
Someone said it's taped shut.
Good. Yeah. I sealed this. Like if you're like, I'm going to see it. And then you're like, oh man, it's like one last chance to be a good boy. Like, don't open it yet. All right. Let's see what's in here. Page number 1.
Full of anticipation.
Oh.
Firsts and lasts.
So I think I just copied this out of Time Magazine. So this is all stuff that happened in 2021. Interesting. First things, last things. El Salvador becomes the first country in the world to adopt Bitcoin as currency. Dude, when that happened a year ago, it seemed like the smartest thing. And now the whole world is like, what the fuck, El Salvador? Bitcoin's in the trash. It was a really great idea for like 8 months. Interesting. Oh yeah, Squid Game was big.
Yeah, yep.
All right.
What's this E for?
E, that's a B.
Oh, it's a B.
That's the Bitcoin.
Oh, it's a Bitcoin
symbol.
I thought it was the Etsy sign.
No, it's definitely not Etsy. Cool.
So there's that.
I'm gonna read the intro.
Okay, yeah.
How about I read the intro? All right. Well, hello, and welcome to the second annual issue of my Time Capsule zine. If you properly follow the instructions of this installment, then you shouldn't be reading this until December of 2022. I am, for the record, writing this in December of 2021. I did the same project a year ago, but have not yet read the zine I wrote last year. If I remember correctly, I basically summed up what 2020 had been like for me, then made predictions about 2021. I'm excited to tear that zine open next week and see how accurate my predictions were. I do remember that the zine I wrote was nothing special. It was just a zine, but I got a really good response from it, people telling me what a good idea it was and whatnot. I think we all like a surprise, and we all like the idea of anticipation. It even drives people crazy, or so they told me. What? I have to wait a whole year to read this? Many copies of the zine were lost over the course of the year. Again, with this one also. And no, I'm not reprinting it, just like I won't reprint this one, except I will reprint this one. I have to print at least 3 copies for the people that contributed. I don't know. Maybe I won't do it. Maybe I'll only do the 3 for them. Blah, 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 blah. Part of the reason for the increased print run is I've asked a few friends to contribute to this issue, some great articles in my per zine. So I will give each of them a few copies to hand out as well. I just remembered someone else who contributed to this, Nix in Australia. And I remember because like all the other contributors, I mailed her 5 copies and all 5 copies came back to me. So it cost me like $15 to mail it. And then it all came back to me, and it was something Australia had a messed up postal system last year where you couldn't send packages. I don't know. It was weird. But then I ended up sending her one copy that I hope she got, but I don't know if she ever got it. But anyway, yeah. All right, let's see what else is in here. I wrote, so the next one is more of the same. It's an article by me.
About COVID?
It is about COVID, yeah. Me talking about what it's like in 2021. I guess it's more of the same. So let's think where we. So in 2021, all right. So 2020 was the election, and then so we'd already done the insurrection already happened, and that was in 2021 that the insurrection happened, but they were still going through it all. Oh yeah, and then Supreme Court stuff. I'm trying to remember. Time is so weird.
Yeah, because do you remember the last time we did this video last year? When we opened it last year, we talked about the insurrection.
That's
right.
That
just happened.
Right.
That happened just a couple of weeks after we opened that.
Right.
Yeah.
Time is weird.
Yeah.
Ed did write something. All right. Ed Kemp in the house. Ed Kemp did an article called Do the Damn Thing.
Yeah.
I like to start by saying that up until calendar year 2021, I've had a pretty good life. Some twists, some turns, some ups and downs, but for the most part, when it comes down to the fun and happiness department, I've had my fill. Cool. I don't remember this article at all. I think he's just talking about his 2021 experience. Vacations. He talks about hanging out on the Jersey Shore, going on. Oh, and he talks about because he moved last year in 2021, so he's talking about moving. Cool. Oh yeah, and then I think I did the layout of the little sun and the moon little diagrams. Right on. Ed Kemp is in here. I totally forgot. All right.
Let's get personal.
Oh, so this is another one of. So I wrote an article where I wrote, let's get political. So I was talking about the politics. And then I guess here I'm talking about the personal.
Oh, I get to that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's me talking about my personal life and my creative life. So this is probably talking about the house. Because we had a house.
Yeah.
We've been in our house for over a year now.
A year and a half.
A year and a half, yeah. Okay, so cool. It is a pursing. Because it's talking about my personal life.
Oh, it even says, to the tune of Let's Get Physical.
Let's get personal. Cool. Oh yeah, I'll talk about my band, High Watts. Right on. Next. Thanks to Alicia for being in the video. I was like, you want to be in the video? You were on the last year. She's like, yeah, I'll be in the video again.
It's fun opening. It's like a Christmas gift.
Ah. Oh yeah.
Kismet by
Silver Nix. So there's Nix's article. From the land down under. Oh, she's talking about the word of the year. She's talking about Kismet.
Oh yeah.
Right on. Very cool. Moving along. Oh, this is what I remember. This is what Jenna wrote. Jenna Friedman. Bless you.
Excuse me.
The planet hates us, and it should.
What a great title.
She lives out East Coast. She lives in New York, and she's talking about the awesome weather.
Oh yeah, 2 p.m. it was 60 degrees, and at 4 p.m. it was 44.
That happened in one day last year in New York. Severe thunderstorm warning. Yeah, she's reposting pictures of things people are putting on Twitter about thunderstorms in the middle of the winter.
Is someone shooting the sun?
Yeah.
What the heck?
That's a meme. Yeah, it's a meme of someone shooting the sun because it's so hot. They're like, fuck you, son. Kids these days, huh? Kids these days.
Whoa, what is that?
That is a thunderstorm.
That is a cumulonimbus.
I see that the news about Long Island weather is now maybe about a tornado.
Looks like a butthole.
A little bit. When I moved to the East Coast from Minneapolis when I was 7, I was relieved that we wouldn't have to be afraid of tornadoes anymore. I guess I was wrong. So yeah, Jenna Friedman in the house talking about the weather.
Awesome, Jenna Friedman.
All right, so here's the article I remember for whatever reason by Gina. who does the zine Shit's Fucked, and recently came out, well, somewhat recently, of like Shit's Still Fucked, or the sequel to Shit's Fucked.
Such a great zine.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I remember she wrote about the Ever Gentle, which was that giant barge that got stuck in that canal.
Oh yeah.
And it messed up all of commerce. It messed up. It threw off the supply chain.
I mean, people are still complaining about it.
Yeah, well, because it was such a fuck up.
And is that more
that's
creative
more
editing?
That's more crap pound. I don't know why that's in there. I just went with the visual motif, the visual theme.
I'm down.
Let me check what's going on over here. Patrick said 5-year wedding anniversary in January. Yeah.
Yeah, that's us.
Oh, is that coming up, or that was last year?
I was like, Patrick, you got married?
No, that's us. That's us. We got married 2017. So yeah, so 2022.
Totally yeah.
We had our 5-year.
Yeah.
The next one's gonna be 6. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And this it's talking about we just had our 5-year.
Totally, yeah. So this is the 6th one because it's 2023.
Yeah.
2017,
So
2018, 2019, 2020, 2021.
So in here, I think we mentioned that we've been married for 5 years.
7?
No, next year will be 6. In January, it'll be 6.
I don't know how to count.
That's okay. Anyway, Gina wrote, back to Gina.
Yeah, sorry, distracted.
Gina wrote about the Ever Gentle, which was the name of the giant barge that got stuck in the canal. Which canal was it? Yeah, the Suez Canal. Yeah. That was like such a big, and like I totally forgot about it at this point. But yes, that was like a big deal a year ago.
It was.
Year ago. I think it was at this time, wasn't
ridiculous.
it? In January?
Yeah, there was wasn't there rotting food on it or something?
There was like everything on it. Because those things are huge, man.
Yeah.
They put ships on those ships sometimes and sail them around.
Hey, look, Jenna's down here. Hi, Jenna.
Hi, Jenna. How are you? None of you know Jenna in real life, but I love Jenna, and we got Jenna a really awesome present this year, but we're not going to talk about it. But
I'm glad she likes it.
If anyone, I think she likes it. If anyone talks to me in real life, I'll tell you what the present was, because it was like a pretty good present. I
love you, Jenna.
Love you, Jenna. Thanks for showing up. I totally forgot Jessica Mills.
Oh, I did too.
I mean, I didn't forget her, but I forgot that she wrote something. Jessica Mills is one of our real life friends that lives here in Albuquerque. Wrapping up my 2021 and hanging on to hope for 2022.
Man, seems like everyone was just hanging by a thread at the end.
Dude, yeah, like 2020 was like so hard to get through, and then 2021 was like a hangover of like, and then 2022, I don't know, we just sort of like.
Yeah, 2020 was a crap show.
I saw a meme and someone said, nobody say that 2023 is going to be your year. Nobody say anything. Just let it happen. Yeah, don't jinx it, bro.
No one said anything.
So don't say nothing about 2023.
Yeah.
I'm excited to read Jessica's. She does a zine called Yard Wide Yarns, and she writes haikus, and she goes swimming like every day, and she plays in punk rock band. She's the best.
She's made some really good zines this year in 2020. So
she has made some. Yeah,
she's made some good ones.
She was at the Albuquerque Zine Fest and had like a whole table of amazing things. Yeah, I'm excited to read this and then talk to her and find out if her hopes and dreams for 2022 came true or not.
I mean, I think at Albuquerque Zine Fest they did.
Yeah. Is this okay? I think this is me.
I think that's you. I think it's a little confusing because you don't.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Poor editing by this guy. I think if it doesn't have anyone's name, it's probably written by me. I think I wrote this.
Yeah, I think you wrote that.
So moving forward, so I think this is where I'm making.
Oh, Billy's hope.
I think I'm making predictions of what I think will happen in 2022.
Let's start with the
Certain things seem unlikely to change in 2022. I mean, are we going to fix climate change? Are we going to improve the situation at all? Biden is better than Trump, of course, and by far, but governments and corporations are still treating climate change as an annoying question at a news conference rather than the only fucking issue that will literally kill us all. Yeah, I feel like climate change is exactly the same as it was.
Yeah. That
hasn't really changed. I didn't like Biden, but he's better than Trump. And then like 2021, I feel like he's just a regular boring president. And then 2022, he did a bunch of things. I'm like, man, fuck that guy, dude. Like Biden fucking sucks, man. But whatever. It won't kill us all, only the poor people. Rich people always find water, always move to safer environment. Yeah, wow, that's like depressing, but true. What about COVID? Shit, who knows? Omicron is just starting to take off and it might sweep the world next year. So far, it seems that Omicron is much more transmissible, but not any more dangerous or deadly. Of course, there'll be another variant and another, which is true. We had like 3 or 4 new variants, right, in the past year. I would imagine we see at least a few shutdowns like we did in 2020, but I don't think we'll have a total shutdown. I don't think we had any shutdowns this year. Like really,
not that I recall.
People just kind of like live with it now. Yeah.
I'm excited about this because I read ahead a
My
little
hope.
bit.
What did you read?
You want me to read it?
Yeah, you read a little bit.
Well, okay. It says, at some point, I'd like to get some pets, at least 1 or 2. And hey, what about chickens? Chickens would be cool. I don't know if that will happen in 2022, though. Maybe in 2023. But all of these things are possible.
We did get a pet. We have a pet cat now.
Yeah.
So that's new.
We don't have chickens. Man, 1 cat is a handful. And having house guests. He literally says that. And having house guests. That's actually a goal for us for this year.
For 2023. Yeah, I think I was still in quarantine hangover this past year. We haven't really had people over to the house too much.
Yeah, but we're
a few
excited.
people. We had a few people.
Let's see. You want to finish hanging the art on our walls. We want to take better care of our trees, which you did. You really did a good job with our trees. And you maybe want to start a garden. Billy helped me start our tomato garden. And,
my mom got us a little planter thing, and we grew tomatoes this summer, which was good.
You want to continue making small improvements to our house.
I think we did that.
Yeah, I think you did. You made, I don't know what you're talking about, perfect furniture. Those perfect spots, but I think you did that.
I think I just mean like finding like which cabinet goes in which corner. Because I think a year ago we had only been here for a couple months, right?
Yeah, we'd only been here for 6 months.
We were still rearranging.
Yeah.
We don't have like all the art up, but we have like some art on the walls now.
Yeah.
So
see, in the living room we have more art in there.
We do, but yeah.
Like even one that says not art.
Yeah, we got a new great thing today that's an art piece that says not art. You would think after a year we would at least have all the art up, but we don't. We have some of the artwork on the walls.
You talk about your zine life going full force. Duh. We don't really need to talk about that. Oh, as for last night at the casino, I don't plan on doing that zine anymore, but I do hope to consolidate the first 16 issues into a book and release that by summertime, which you did.
Which I sort of did.
What do you mean? Oh, because you did half.
Because I started putting it together to put it all into one thing, and I realized, yeah, it's got to be 2 volumes. So I did put out volume 1 of the casino zine, and someone just asked me today. I've started doing the layout for volume 2, and I'd like to have it out by February, but more likely it'll probably be March. But volume 2 is in the works. So
very cool. Oh, damn! Sounds like I am starting my own publishing company, huh? Because he's talking about all this stuff in here. Well, yeah, I think I want to a zine distro at least. And now that I have a permanent home, I think I want to start another zine distro. Right,
and that's what that is. Behind the Zines distro, selling zines by all my friends. Lee just said something. She says she wants to see the cat. So you keep talking about this. I'm gonna go get our cat real quick.
Okay. I feel weird going solo, but okay. I'm gonna take this chair then. Okay. What is this person talking about? Oh, this is not by Billy. This is an article by Heather Ender Katz. It's called Kiss Me at Midnight. Okay, that's over. No, I'm just kidding. Let's go kiss her at midnight. Let's see. She talks about the year 2021 started while she was on the phone with her long-distance lover, who she hadn't seen since February 2020. Under the best of circumstances, long distance is challenging. The pandemic made it basically impossible. So this seems like a cool article. I'm going to read this. About long distance relationships, post-COVID, getting her vaccines. This is our cat. Heather and her cat. This is
Alicia and her cat. This is our cat, Matsutake, who we got spayed, and she had a little incision, and we did not do enough to help her take care of it, and then the incision got infected. So a 2-week thing, yes, cone of shame. So what should have been a 2-week thing is now going on a month, and we have the harness like tied onto her because even when she's on drugs, she has so much energy that she rips the cone off.
She licked her incision, got it all infected because I was bad the first couple days and didn't have her cone on her, but now it's the cone of shame.
Yeah.
Shame.
Yeah.
Shame.
She's super sweet. And she crawls on all my desks and everything and knocks everything over. And I yell at her. Alicia gets really mad if the cat wakes her up in the middle of the night and then she yells at the cat. I get really mad if the cat bothers me while I'm working, like trying to fold a zine. Then that's when I'm like, get the hell out of my room. What are you doing?
There's her incision. It's looking really good.
It's almost healed. So
close.
probably 2 or 3 more days with the cone and the drugs, and hopefully she'll be okay. But she's super friendly, but there's been 2 times or 3 times that we've had someone over to the house and she just vanishes. Like she's
really good.
She hides in places that we can't, like we look under the bed and we cannot find her. So we still need to get her used to other people. So
people coming over to
people need to come visit us and stay with us and hang out with us, and then we can get the cat used to being around others.
She's pretty good at being on my shoulder.
She's pretty good at yeah.
Sorry, except that happened.
Yeah. She's great. I think that's it. I think that's all.
Come on up.
If anyone wants to copy this, I will make a few more. I don't think I'm going to put it on Etsy. You know what? I decided just now that I'm not going to do that. But I am going to make, by request only, I will make copies of this for friends and family if they want one. So I already have to make at least 3 copies. So if you want one, let me know. Other than that, leave a comment in the video. Hope everyone's doing good. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah, happy New Year, happy.
Happy Cat Day.
Happy Cat Day. Thank you guys. Talk to you later.